Good day to all. October 28th is Pan Trinbago's election. I am Robert Amar, one of the candidates for the post of president. I take this opportunity prior to the elections to outline the immediate action plan for the organization once elected to the position. This is informed after I visited a number of Pan venues and held discussions with a cross-section of the Pan fraternity. I am happy to outline this initial plan. I am aware the movement continues discussing among the membership the lack of accountability, which appears to have resulted either because of improper systems or poor procedures. As your president, by November 10th, I will review the audited current accounting records, including the outstanding payables, and thereafter prepare a report to the executive management of my findings, together with an action plan to address and solve these accounting issues permanently. This report will be provided to the membership thereafter. To ensure transparency, quarterly accounts will be provided to the movement. The future operation can and must be informed by projected income and expenditure budgets. In the first instance, the budget required to finance the operations up to Panorama will be provided with all the assumptions. This must be properly articulated in an effort to prevent reoccurrence of the known problems. Additionally, the annual operation budget for 2019 must be developed to guide the organization, and monthly operation accounts with variables provided by the 15th of each month to the membership. Pan Trinbago has and continues to be dependent on the state for funding. Against the present country's financial constraints, an organization performance review must be actioned to better prepare the governing body for the future demands, including those of human resource. The three government stakeholders, Minister of Culture, Chairman NCC, and Minister of Planning, will be presented with a short, medium, and long-term plan so as to better understand the level of financial commitment required over the next 1 to 3 years, enabling the new executive the time to get Pan Trinbago to a point of self-sufficiency. The other burning issue is the updating of the Constitution. From all indicators, a majority of the membership indicate that there must be amendment. I suggest to save time and get the desired results, all bands or Pan players submit the suggested constitution changes required by 31st December. These submissions will be reviewed by a constitution committee comprising 2 persons from each region, 2 past presidents and 2 elder Pan members, who will be charged with the responsibility to report to the executives the suggested amendments. These amendments will be provided to the membership for their review 30 days after Panorama 19. Thereafter, a membership meeting to approve the suggested changes to the Constitution will be informed for discussion and for approval. Another major issue or concern is the multi-band players, which appears to be creating more problems to the movement than benefits. In addition, concerns relating to the decline in Panyard player development is at an all-time low. Both issues indicating the present system needs review and discussion so as to arrive at a solution. More so, the immediate financial constraints will further aggravate multi-Pan players who still await payments from their previous performances. The issue must not be left unattended. It simply makes no sense to avoid the inevitable. I turn my attention to the 90-day objectives. The virtual loss of Pan and Carnival demands the revival of the Bomb and Juve events. This must be prioritized for our 2090 Carnival. As such, focus on creating a Pan zone for Pan and Carnival. Yes, exclusive Pan in a zoned area, much like what was afforded party bands at the Soca Dome, is a priority. Another major initiative for the 2090 Carnival season will be to place emphasis on the point of entry pan performance at all locations, including the airport, hotels, major dining areas, etc., focusing on the smaller bands who are virtually lost in the carnival and panorama. This will be facilitated through advertising agencies and Music TT, who represents live entertainment for which pan must be considered, especially during the carnival. The national instrument must be recognized in particular at all our embassies, and as such there should be a dedicated pan corner highlighting the instrument and indicating national pride. The ease and availability of instruments for pan players' use during overseas events requires a capital investment in instruments, including storage, to ensure bands maximize their revenue on international trips. The website details and also pan membership information, both local and universal, must be synchronized and updated for all bands. Panorama remains the main focus for the organization, but this event must have clear and documented objectives, including financial expectations, sponsorship income, projected attendance, projected expenditure. A projection will be submitted within 15 days of assuming office. Following the 2090 final Panorama event, the full report with all variables will be submitted to the membership. Panorama 2019 financial operations is being managed under the NCC. During this period, no financial benefit to the parent body will be realized. This must be addressed before the 2020 Panorama. The panyards are at different levels of development, indicating that someone should be appointed as the panyard liaison to collect and document all the details so as to better understand the level of support required by each panyard. This review will be accomplished within the first 6 months. In the end, the membership records will be fully updated. Pan Trinbago is the world governing body. This suggests that all information with respect to universal membership must be recorded at the headquarters in Trinidad and Tobago, allowing the governing body to have data required to assist in driving the movement. The future depends on financing methods that can be arranged for the medium and long-term development of Pan Trinbago, including the Twin City development. To better understand the development funding required, a proper medium and long-term proposal prior to meeting with the Minister of Finance is compulsory. In addition, the outstanding sums in the books of Pan Trinbago must be settled as to who is responsible for the debt. Thereafter, proposals for long-term financing, including a 15-year bond for the development of Pan, will be presented to the Minister for consideration. This will result in establishing a level of capitalization for Pan Trinbago and set the foundation to move the organization towards self-sufficiency. Let's look at the long term towards self-sufficiency. Organization, organization, organization. That's one of the priorities for the future. So we need to get all the players on board. I intend to present a musicians union established in Trinidad and Tobago for all pan players worldwide for membership. The pan tuner is becoming a dying breed, and this aspect cannot be left unattended. It must be resolved. The UTT has the capacity. As such, we must engage discussions and get agreement to develop special programs dedicated to this profession, and begin discussions immediately with persons that have this competence to activate the program without any further delay. The non-recognition of the pan professionals cannot continue to go unnoticed. To change this, a Hall of Fame will be introduced. This must commence before the end of 2019, utilizing an event with similarity to the Grammys, but held biannually initially, targeting a 2020 start date. In addition, to build the pan brand, a professional and limited edition pan recognizing those Pan players who have excelled in the discipline, thus providing them with financial benefits as a further source of revenue. And for the bands, create the Pan memorabilia product line for those who can meet the requirements. Presently, members have no entitlement for health or pension whenever they experience personal problems, especially the older Pan player. They are left without any predictable support. As such, negotiations with companies and individuals to provide these services will be engaged. Future income will be dependent on our ability to interest international media to cover live broadcasts of Pan events. This will enhance the income stream for Trinidad and Tobago for television-type products and will be targeted to areas where Pan has established support, allowing an enhanced level of income. Pan Trinbago, being the world governing body, requires also a universal update of all members. The governing body must appoint a person with the attributes to become the local representatives in all international areas served, so as to keep the process reliable. The universal human resource of the Pan movement needs to be properly documented, especially individuals such as Robbie Greenidge, Liam Teague, Anis Hadid, etc. Finally, the majority of Pan sites lack proper accounting and procedures. I will initiate discussions with companies to provide such services in an effort to start the Pan site transformation by utilizing the company's professional services instead of requesting sponsorship. This is just an outline of the ideas and plans I have for moving Pan Trinbago forward. I look forward to your support and, most important, yes, your vote. Make me the next Pan Trinbago president. Have a good day.